You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo. I'm doing this video because I saw Ringo TV reactions. Recent live stream he did just about almost 1 hour ago. He was on live. And I was listening to the video. So this guy, Tren, made over 8,000 in GoFundMe. He claimed that the place he's staying at, he can't afford it no more. Ringo wrote down the equivalent how much he makes per month. Somebody in the comment section said, you making over 6 figures. He claimed he's broke. He claimed he invests a lot into his channel. And he's telling his audience he's not making that much money on YouTube, which don't make sense. Because as Ringo stated, if you're making a certain amount per average, the least you should be making is 5, and the most is 10,000 on average, depending on what you're talking about. What this shows me is that he's lying. Don't you have conference calls going on, Trent? Don't you got people calling you, paying top dollar to talk to you about their problems? Ain't that what's going on? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, a little bit under the weather. I'm going to give me some tea. A little bit under the weather. Got a little bit of a cold. You know, when you're in this Ibarasi state, it's starting to be a little bit. It was warm yesterday. Now it's starting to be a little bit chilly. So, you know how that goes. Anyway, Ringo said something important, why he won't show how much he's making per month. And I'm like, yo, this dude, man, he's putting on a good show, man. Tren is putting on a good show. He putting on the ultimate skit. He put on an ultimate skit and he got paid to act like he's broke. When there's people out there that's really going through it, I don't beg my supporters to support me. I don't beg my supporters to hit the Cash App or Super Chat. If anything, people know what I went through. People know what I went through. They know I'm not lying. People know I'm not lying. I do appreciate those who do support, yet I'm looking at this situation and I'm saying to myself, dude, what do you mean you're struggling? There's 3 things going on with this character. Because he is a character. He doesn't believe he's a chosen one for one. He's just using that as a money grab, right? We know that. Ringo calling out these chosen ones, right? 2, he's living above his means. You ain't got no, listen, you said you ain't got no family, right? You ain't got no woman. It's obvious you ain't got no woman. And you ain't got no kids. So how the heck you struggling like that? You haven't gone through adversity. You fake adversity. You're using what I'm going through, or anybody else that's going through what I'm going through right now, for your audience to support you. Man, that's cold evil, man. That's cold evil. And yeah, I know, Lost. I know. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy how this dude sitting right in front of the camera with a bold-faced lie, put on an ultimate skit and got over 8,000. And smiling. and smiling to his maker, which is not God, by the way. And so when I saw Ringo show the receipt of one particular person gave 6,000 just like that, I'm like, yeah, that's got to be somebody in the know, whoever it is. That's crazy. Hey, look, if people want to do that, what that shows me is you got that set individual on the other side, from what I was told, was celebrating my downfalls. I wouldn't celebrate my. You should not celebrate another man's downfall. If that's true, the set individual was celebrating. I'm just telling y'all, man. Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what, dude, come on his. He did a video. He ain't do a live stream. He did a video. Now, some people clowned him in the chat, yet there was more people in support of what he's gone through. They feel sorry. You had a lady, she said, look, everybody's going through it, which is true. Everybody's going through somewhat a situation. Yeah, the widow can. Yeah, the widow can. You have to be, in order to get that real support, you have to be weird and do strange things for change. And that's what he's doing. He's doing strange things for change. And because he's weird, they're going to support that. They're not going to support normal people. They're not going to support normal people. Normal people get somewhat support, whether it be on social media, whether it be at the so-called 9 to 5, which is the site. You know, if you're doing the gig, which is DoorDash, Uber Eats, you know, you're doing your own thing, you get somewhat support. Yeah, this dude is weird. He already got 10,000 views, and he got a high value of watch time. So that's already he already made that already, plus whatever this week of his other videos. People love lies. It's crazy. It's like when I told y'all the skit community, and I'm not talking about the skit community in terms of Desi Banks and them. I'm talking about the skit community of these liars. They're putting on the ultimate skit, and so you have to put on an ultimate skit to get money. Man, that's crazy, man. When the dude's already making money off of his line content anyway to begin with. It's not like he's meeting up with these people. It's not like he's talking with these people. I talked to some of y'all behind the scene once in the blue. I don't ask y'all for anything. I don't ask y'all for anything for consultation. I used to have people pay me for consultation back in the days. I haven't done that lately because, you know, I just love talking to you guys. And if y'all do support because it's of something that you did that helped you, then you support. If you don't, you don't. I'm not going to sit here and lose sleep because I already know what I need to do to make money. Yet I'm not going to force the situation. It's like everybody's forcing the situation out of fear, mostly. Most of these people. If anything, what happened to me, I should be getting 10, 20,000 for real. Like I should not even have to tell the people to do it. Naturally, the people are supposed to do it because of what happened on the other side. You know what I'm saying? business entities ain't gonna do it, you know. So yeah, y'all don't see me getting upset. I should be flipping right now. I should be going crazy and say, it's effed up what happened to me, and this dude is using the opportunity. Nobody's even thinking about him, for one, and for two, to sit there and boldface on the video, pre-record video. Wow, man. Wow, it's crazy, man. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all how much. You want to know how much I make on YouTube? Uh, all the videos I did, y'all, you'll be like, wow. I only made close to $200 so far. I could show y'all the receipt. It's not easy making a lot of money on YouTube. So yeah, I get the views and the monetization. But let me tell you something. I could show y'all. So I know what y'all say. Well, Rollo find a job. No, I'm not looking for a job because a job in New York takes a month or two, and I gotta do a response. Don Godito sent me a video of a young gentleman who left New York. I'll be honest with y'all, man. I'm ready to go, man. Whatever I'm supposed to get, I'm ready to go. So I believe I have 3 more days. So depending how many views I get this week is how much I want to get for next month on YouTube. Yeah. So it is what it is. He is. He is fleecing the flock. The thing is, nobody is gonna go in on him about it because they're gonna still support him. They love lies. People love lies. People love lies. People love lies, man. But I'm not gonna let the devil and his minions get me all worked up because that's what they want you to do. They want you to get upset. They want you to be, getting mad at them. Nah, I'm not mad. I'm just speaking out that you got to watch what you listen to. Nobody support the real like they used to. Nobody. That's why a lot of people that do real content, for the most part, yes, are like, why you ain't doing content? Well, actually, I am doing content. It's just the simple fact that you see this type of nonsense, and you question people. You question the people, man, more so than the content creator. He knew that in order to get a quick money grab, he had to lie to his audience instead of being real. You know what I'm saying? If you're living above your means, that's your choice. That's your choice. That's your choice. If you ain't getting what you used to get. However, he is making over 100,000 a year. And if he is, and he's not doing what he's supposed to do, then whose fault is that? His. He ain't go through no. He ain't go through no whatchamacallit. Somebody had it to whereas you have a woman lying on you, or other people joined it. It's all over YouTube. My situation is all over YouTube. Nobody thinking about him. Nobody do anything to him to that point that he needs a GoFundMe. And I still see, because of what I went through, I didn't ask for no GoFundMe. If anything, I should be asking for a GoFundMe right now. Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Nah. It takes a lot to deal with a situation knowing that it's going to be difficult to get the support I used to get. Because a lot of that investment, I invest in equipment, I invest in a place in Florida, take care of some my, you know, my things that I needed to take care of. Now I'm kind of back in debt again, So it's like, let me tell you something, y'all. You know what's the biggest adversity? When you don't know when you're gonna get your next dollar. And that goes for anybody. You don't know when you're gonna get your next dollar. Yet you still do what you know what's right. Even though you don't know when you're gonna get your next dollar. You don't know. You just do what you love to do. Yet this person is fake struggling, fake broke, and people support fake. Real is real, fake is everywhere, man. Nino Brown's correct. He's right. He's right. Tren, I already don't call you out to be weird to begin with. You said some suspect things about Rango already. It's in my video catalog. Somebody said Fast 100. Law says people who is really suffering behind them closed doors, them demons tearing them up. Yeah, he got them entities on. Tren got them entities on him. Make no mistake about it. It's starting to show a little bit more. Yeah, it's starting to show a little bit more. You can't really feel sorry for people like him because he already, yeah, people who lie, okay, yeah. You can't feel sorry for a person like that because they'll walk right by you and won't even help you anyway. So he act like he helping people. He ain't helping nobody, man. Because if you helping people, you're helping people from the heart, man. You know, some of you talk to me. Did I ever ask you for anything? When you talk to me about certain situations, no. Did I say, hey man, I need some help with this and y'all help me? Yes, and I appreciate that. I didn't force it. Yeah, y'all seen me spend time with y'all. He don't spend time with his audience. He's lying because it would have been some people would have said it in the comment section. Telling you, man, this is crazy, man. He was talking about Labor Day. So when you know where his mind is on getting some women, allegedly, he want to go out and party. He want to travel off the people's dime, and if that's what he want to do, he has the money to do that off his line content of being a chosen one. Chosen one is the biggest money grab, on YouTube, man. It's crazy, man, how they could use something of the Bible and capitalize over it and then tell you with a bold-faced lie that they're struggling. I mean, this is crazy. This is wild, man. So you think I have to lie? If I have to lie to make money, I don't even want to. I don't even want to look at it, man. I can't even look at myself to lie to make money. You know what I'm saying? So when I break down this guy in New York, man, I can't wait to see what it's about. Don Godito, thank you so much for that content, because yeah, New York is done, man. New York is really done, man. I I'm already been here for a little bit of a while, man. I supposed to been back to Florida. hey, I can't change what happened, you know, not, this what it is. I'll be back down there, man. One way or the other, I'll be back down there for real. I will. I will return. You know. Yeah, dog. There's a video out of a young brother laid the 10 reasons why he left New York. I'm looking forward to listening to it. Yeah, now New York. Okay, so for Laws's question, New York is run by the migrants. They have taken over all the companies in New York, and they recently passed a law that migrants is allowed to get home ownership. They're kicking out people out of apartments and in their homes. Currently, that's going on in California. It's also going on in New York. And I explained to y'all that they're doing that in the North States. I talked about that a little bit. And so now you have some people that are residential is getting, you know, eviction notice out of their homes, even though they already paid the 20-year thing. So they're kicking out mostly elder people, people of my age. They're kicking us out and bringing in these migrants to replace us and to run the business in New York and California and Chicago. It's really happening, y'all. It's happening in real time. Even if you pay off that home, they can still kick you out. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. And so that's what I've been saying, man. I want to go back to the South, man. I do not want to have no dealings with this Northern Ibarasi environment because the way they moving, yeah, yeah. I only came back because I had the government contract lost and I paid off my responsibilities. Most people would say that's crazy that you did that. I'm glad that I did that. I do not regret when I made decent good money to pay off my debt. I do not regret doing that. I do not regret doing that because looking at it now, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did it. You may say, hey, Rollo, you could have saved some money. You could have been back to Florida. True. Yet I said, nah, I'm going to pay off this debt. And I had to pay off the debt in Florida too. Just not in New York, also in Florida too. Yet when this situation occurred, that's a serious setback. You get turned down. You can't do no comedic skit with certain people. You don't get into businesses because this thing travel outside of the internet. You have large corporations watch the video. I mean, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know how much damage I went through financially. You have no clue. I know some of you even shocked that I am level-headed and I'm not even stressed out about it. I know y'all shocked. Y'all like, Rollo, that was me. I would have been flipping. I would have went to go see old boy, see where he at, you know, get in a boxing ring. And I'm like, nah, the Most High gonna deal with it, man. Cause I'm like, yo, it's not worth it, man. Old girl too. I'm like, nah, it's not worth it, man. She has to deal with whatever is going on. I have to deal with the reality. I already moved on from her. I was over by Selena talking about it. And I'm telling y'all, man, the last thing you want on your name is that type of thing on the internet and off the internet. I lost a lot of money, y'all. People just didn't want to deal with me business wise. And I had, even to the point, Jacqueline, at the time was supporting. I never mentioned her name. I kept it confidential. She was pissed. There was a lot of people pissed to the point, with her connections, man, it even made it even worse. So when I see this type of video, I'm like, yo, man, I'm like, you know what, man? I know what the Lord is really testing me to see if I'm going to get upset. Now, I'm not upset with the Tren situation. I'm just showing you, you know, to people is being fake to make a lot of money. You have a lot of that going on, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Uh, I don't want to be in New York. I really don't. At the same time, I'm here doing what I can. I can't go back to the 9 to 5. They have taken over it. And it's a lot of people that look like us and of other Americans on the verge of being kicked out. That stuff is real, y'all. You know, I've been seeing a lot of migrants lately, and they looking more successful than the people that's from America and New York. Listen, the average person in New York is $1 away from being in the street, y'all. No cap. For the most part, yeah. Even the ones who have money, the tax is really killing them to the point that they don't have no savings for the most part, you know. So yeah, yeah. This is I'm not doing no fear mongering. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing on, boots on the ground in the city of how the mayor and you know all these politics is moving. Yeah, yeah. Hassan Campbell talk about it a little bit on his live stream I was listening to. Yeah, to Don Cordito, man, I appreciate that video because it's gonna show, you know, you got a lot of young people leaving and they're going to Florida, they're going to Texas, they're going to North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say this: if the people want me to go back to Florida, they'll support the Cash App. If the people really want to see me back in Florida, they'll support the Cash App for real. You know what I'm saying? If you guys, it's up to you guys, because I'm telling you straight up, I can't find no 9 to 5 right now. It's like they're looking for migrants, and then they asking me if I'm a migrant, which I'm not a migrant. Come on now, stop it. I'm born in America. I should not be. You should not be requesting extra documents for me to work, even if it's 16, 17, 18 an hour. It don't make no sense to go through all this nonsense. A few Florida people, because it's good money up there in North Dakota. Yeah, it's Florida. They go there for money purposes. It's a little bit more money. I'm not listen, Lost. It's good. Yeah, there's people from Florida, but they might not. That's not. Is they really from Florida? Was they born in Florida, or they transitioned to Florida and then they transit? Because you got to read between the lines. Yeah, North Dakota got some good money. I ain't trying to deal with the cold weather, man. Honestly, at my point in my life, I like to be in a warm climate. Shout out to North Dakota because they do got good business. If you want to go to North Dakota, that's a good spot because it's not a big population. It's not a big population, which is good, and there's people making money up there. You just got to have a connection because yeah, there's people from Florida up there. Yep, I heard they make good money up there, man. I just can't deal with the cold weather, man. If you ask me seriously, I gotta be in a warm climate, man. You know, I like to move around. That snow and Mm, I give you props, man. I give you props for dealing with that below temperature. Whew. Oh man, -20 degrees, -5 degrees. You gotta have that. You gotta have it in you, man. Once you reach your 40s and 50s, you want to be in a peaceful, warm climate. When you're in your 20s and 30s, you could tolerate it a little bit. Nah, man, when you get to your 40s and 50s, your bone structure change, and you got to be careful how you move your body, you know? So, yeah. They are moving up there also because Florida is outpricing too. Yeah, homes is very hard to get homes in Florida. Very hard to get homes in Florida and to rent out in Florida. Very difficult. And they doing that for a reason though. I already know why. Hmm. Lost your next goal should be getting your license if you ain't get it, your driver's license. That should be your next goal, your next bucket list. Like how Carter, that used to be over by my platform, how Carter went to go get his license and then eventually got a car. That should be your next goal, Lost. You know what I'm saying? Like get your driver's license. Whatever days you got off during the weekday, take that test, pass it, you know, and then, get your thing. Yeah, yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah. I know the test, the thing with the thing with North Dakota is you could take the test and get your driver's license the same day. Just like in Florida. Let me tell you something. Florida, right? In Florida, you could take the written test and the road test the same day too. Yep, 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 yep. There's no excuse. So just try to put 100 to the side. It's probably cheaper than that in North Dakota. Same thing in Florida. It's not that expensive. Let me get this person out of here. Let me get this out of here. That's a troll. That's a troll. That's a troll. That's a troll. Yeah, yeah, that's a troll, y'all. They send a troll bot over here. Yeah, yeah, they send a troll bot over here. Mm-hmm. Because I'm onto it, y'all. I'm talking about important stuff. When you talk about important stuff, they're gonna try to throw you off with the trolling. You know what I'm saying? The entities is getting mad right now. They're getting pissed. They're getting pissed because when I talk about New York, they're gonna get pissed. They don't want me to talk about New York. I'm still gonna talk about it. So to Tren, man, dude, you ain't going through it, man. Stop it. You ain't going through it. You ain't going. You act like you're making $100, $200 a month. You ain't making no $100, $200 a month. Quit playing games, man. You're making at least at least 5,000. You don't know how to flip money with your lies? Jeez, man, you don't even know how to flip money. You don't even know how to flip money with $5,000, man. You know, this is how I know. This, you know, what this test tells me. This adversity. This adversity. This adversity has made me strong than you can even imagine. You know. Yeah. 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 New York is done. It's really become. Yeah. They can have it, man. So I don't care what nobody say. I am not looking for no 9 to 5 in no New York. I will be back in Florida. Oh yeah, I will be back. They can't stop it. They can't stop it. If y'all knew, I told y'all I'm making close to 200. No, no cap. Y'all think I'm lying? Wait till y'all see me go live about the New York thing. I'm gonna show you how much I make on YouTube. And you would say, well, Rollo, if you're making 200, almost 200 a month on YouTube, why would you stay on YouTube? Why you don't get a gig? Well, look what state I'm at, for one. It takes 2 months to find something in New York. You got to go through a thing called, it's a third party. Listen, I'm not lying. It's a third party you got to go through. The company hired a third party because they're dealing with a fluctuation of migrants, to the point that you have to wait 10 business days for it to be approved, and another 14 days for the company to reach out to this third party. That's already a month. So why would I wait for a month for a JLB when I could come on YouTube and make what I'm supposed to make? Does that make any sense? Wait a month, 2 months to find something in New York, working wise, even if it's basic. I don't have to wait long in Florida. Not even 2 weeks. It could be less than 2 weeks. If I put in something for Florida right now, and I had like $2,000 going back down there. Listen, all I need is 2,000. I'm gone, man. That's about it. All I need is, my goal is to reach 2,000, and I'm back in Florida. Now, how that's gonna go about, we'll see. Once I see the 2,000 hit the thing, I'm going. I'm not gonna announce it. You'll just know when you see the palm trees. You already know I made the goal. How I'm gonna go about this will be interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's like the dude Tren is making his goal and still keeping it up. People still supporting it right now. I wouldn't be surprised if that's by the time I'm done with this live and we do the New York thing, he'd be at $10,000, $12,000. It's crazy, man. Yep. So if I get 2,000 and I won't say anything about it, I get 2,000 of support some way, somehow, I'll be back in the palm trees, man. That's it. That's all I need. Because then I know how to flip that in Florida. I know how to flip that in Florida. The vehicle will be ready. Everything will go into fruition. Y'all see me back in my state and thriving with y'all, man. For real. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, lost, man. I gotta stay put. I gotta do this YouTube 24/7, man. Yeah, this is one of my incomes. Yep. It's crazy, right? Because I'm not even a big YouTuber. You know, I'm not a big YouTuber where I got more people watching. It is what it is. Yep. How many YouTubers is gonna be honest about their situation? Not too many, because they're worrying about people laughing at them, mocking them. They could do all that, you know. I'm not selling my soul for nobody. I'm not selling my soul for nobody. I'm not selling my soul for nobody, for real. Hell, heck no, man. That's crazy. So I'm gonna go to do the New York thing. So give me 3, 4 minutes. I'm gonna set up my computer. We're gonna break it down together. This is gonna be interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to breaking down this video that Don Gadito sent me. And this is gonna be interesting to see what this gentleman has to say about New York, why he left New York. You know, he has a decent subscriber base, so that helps too. And yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, Loss, I get 2,000, I'm out, man. I get $2,000, boss. I'm telling you right now, if I get $2,000 and I'm not gonna say anything, I'll be back in the palm trees. I'll be happy. I'll be happy, man. What? I'm back on the plane. I'm back down there, and then I get the vehicle, and I am going to be happy to be back in Florida. You have, listen, man, all this adversity, all this stuff going on, yo, man, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me that I get the 2,000 before you know it. Somebody could be like, you know what? Here's the 2,000. Boom. Here's the 2,000. Going back to Florida, Rollo, man. I don't want to see you up there in New York no more. I don't want to see you with these people in the Northeast no more. You so valuable. This is the crazy. I'm telling y'all, they're gonna be like, they're probably right. You so valuable. I want you out of, you know, New York. I want you back in Florida. Only the people that want you in New York. You know what's crazy? It won't be surprised in the comment section, not in the comment section, in the comment of this Cash App or whatever, or however it goes down. It won't surprise me. The individual will be like, look, if the people wanting you out of New York, they could do it right now. I want you out of New York. Get back to Florida. Get back to your business. The thought of me seeing you went through what you went through. Here's the money. Go back, man. Just go back, man. You're doing your thing on YouTube. You know, you got a lot of opportunities coming to you again. You got to be in the right spot. Just go back down there, man, so that the people could be seeing you. You're back in your realm. Next thing you know, business as usual. Yeah, the business in the Northeast sucks. Of course it is. Big time. Big time. Yeah. 676, I already disassociated myself with the Northeast. Big time. I've been dissociating myself with the Northeast business wise. You know, it's no business here for us in the Northeast, man. You got to be a madman to stay in the Northeast. The DMV, you know, New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, you know, Maine, Connecticut, all these other places. Not worth it, man. The Northeast is done. DONE done. Pennsylvania done, done, done. DMV done. Telling you, man, it's done. It is done, man. Yep. Yo, man. Yep. When I play, they gonna be upset. the little Ibarracis is gonna be upset when I play what this young man said about New York. I can't wait to see what it's about, man. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen when I talk about it. Let me give y'all the run up. When I talk about the Northeast, it's gonna cripple the Northeast. When I play this guy's video, it's gonna cripple the Northeast because they know they know New Breeze from Washington D.C. Right? They know that what he did was wrong, and what they went with it is wrong. That's why the Northeast economy has been suffering big time because of him. Because of him, the Northeast has suffered big time because of his demonic activities. And when I play this thing in New York, oh my goodness, I may not have a big channel. It's just gonna go to the bigger platforms. And man, to you folks in the Northeast, ooh wee. You better let me go back to Florida. I'm telling you. If I was you in the Northeast, I'd be like, yo, I don't wanna have no blood in my hands, man. Let me get this guy back down here before it gets worse. That's all I'm gonna say. From what I'm seeing and what I've been paying attention to on the news, it's getting worse for the Northeast economically. Worse. Because you had your boy that comes from the DMV. That's man. Ooh-wee. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Y'all don't have too much time. Just I'm just saying, y'all don't have too much time. No amount of videos is going. Listen, the damage is already done. Let me tell y'all something. When that situation happened on old boy's phone, when he was on the phone with old girl on StreamYard, do you know? Do you know? Y'all ready for this? Put a 5 if you. Oh, y'all gonna hit the cash app when I tell you this. Oh, y'all gonna hit the cash app. Y'all ready for this? When old boy didn't let old girl know she was on, and she said what she said. Did you know that the South was ready to go to war with the North? Did you know that? They was ready to go to war. You know they was ready to go to war. You know how I know? You're gonna say, Rollo, come on, man. What do you mean they was gonna go to war? They was waiting on me to like say the word. Like, we don't like what that guy did to you. And because Brainwaves admitted on Selena yesterday that old girl called him and she went through a lot. They really, really, really went at Charity, y'all. Listen, they made that call to Charity, y'all. Whoever it was made that call to Charity to the point that she talked with Brainwaves. Now, I'm not gonna get into specific because I was listening. I was looking into the situation. I'm like, wow. Charity knew that when she was on there, she didn't know she was on a public live and said what she said. They already don't like New Breed. They don't like New Breed. The people in the South don't like New Breed. Listen to me and listen to me well. Listen to me well, y'all. I'm gonna turn the camera over to me. Listen to me well. Listen to me well. I'm telling you right now. They don't like New Breed in the South. That's why he's trying to figure out how he's gonna get out of Georgia. He's trying to get ready to go on a run in Georgia, right? So when he did what he did, the people in the South were not pleased what New Breed did and what Charity said. To the point, Charity got whoever phone called Charity. I don't know who it was. They put the pressure on her. They say what you did to Rollo was out of pocket. So Brainwaves talk with her. Me and Brainwaves cool. Let's make it clear. I got no issues with Brainwaves. I'm just reading between the lines. She know. She did her background check. Charity did her background check about me. And she knows I got serious connections in the South. The people was waiting for me to say, do you want us to economically make them suffer? I said, no, don't make them suffer. All I gotta say is, to the Most High, make them suffer economically. It'll be a wrap. It happened with Radio Shack. Listen, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, y'all. I'm not kidding. Ask Keystone, that's in the chat. Ask Keystone about the economic situation. He's seen it. I warned him. Stop sending information to certain people. I warned him. When he didn't listen, ask him. He's in the chat, 676. He's in the chat. Ask him. I said, Keystone, don't send personal information to a certain group he used to work with. He didn't listen. And when he didn't listen, I warned him. I said, dude, you're going to lose a lot. And he did. He tried to fix it. I said, bro, you're going to have to leave them alone, all alone. You don't share my information. You don't tell them about me. Because he was telling me what was going on with them. He's sending my information. So when they went in on me, they suffered too. They lost a lot. Do you hear me? They lost a lot dealing with me. And so I'm here to tell you, I'm not somebody to play with. New Breed. I know you told Tren to do that video. Listen here, New Breed. You better repent. New Breed. You better repent. Because now the DMV is really under attack because of you. You think it's a coincidence? I saw your live stream about old boy talking about the DMV food sucks. You complaining about Georgia food sucks. But when somebody told you that the food in Miami was a 7, you was quiet. I wonder why you was quiet about Florida. I wonder why you was quiet about Florida food. Hmm? Why you wasn't adamant about Florida food? Miami. Somebody pull your coattail? You can't eat that real food, homie. You gotta eat dead food. You don't eat real food. That's probably what it is. Our new breed can't eat that real food. You too, Tren. You can't eat real food. It's gonna be a money issue for the Northeast because of your boy, New Breed. Now the Northeast has to suffer economically because of New Breed, not because of Rollo. Don't blame Rollo for your economic issues in the Northeast. Look at the person who lied on me. That caused a ricochet because it affected the South too. To the point that they was ready to go for it. They was ready to pull the juggler off New Breed's account. Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm saying it because of the deviant lies he did in North Carolina. He can't even go back to North Carolina right now. He can't go back there because of the wrong he did. He cannot go back to North Carolina. New Breed, you know you can't go back to North Carolina. Tell your audience the truth. That's why you did try to do that fake apology with me because you realize you know effed up. Not only with me, not only with Ringo, but not only with Brainless, Ethro, etc. You messed me up first. And you thought by doing your thing on your platform, it was going better. No, it made it worse for you. And now the trickle effect is beginning on you. Just see, tell me if I'm lying, y'all. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. He's not look like he's going through it. He's going through it. He can't sleep. He can't think straight. He can't talk straight. He can't act straight. The Northeast is struggling because of you, New Breed. You had the Northeast backing you up. Ringo retract his statements. Brainwaves retract his statements. You had the Northeast YouTubers backing you up at that time, New Breed. You had a bunch of Northeast content creators backing you up at that time because you're from the DMV. You're with your sides from Philadelphia. Some of them homies, you know, is from your area, DMV. Hmm? New York. The chick was in New York. Mm-hmm. The Northeast is the poorest states in America right now. Let me say that again. The Northeast is the poorest states in America. It's to the point now that most of the northern content creators is struggling right now. The northern state content creators. Foreign Studio, what's going on with you, fam? What's happening? What's happening? He says, I was in Washington, D.C. 2 months ago, Rollo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. The Northeast is struggling because of what happened to me and other people. What happened to Ringo? You got to understand something. When you do wrong to the people that's in the right, people suffer economically. There's consequences to it. Somebody get the Bible, the scripture, where it's Joseph. The scripture with Joseph, when Joseph was lied upon, set up, like, Jacob was losing a lot. Jacob was losing a lot because he ain't had his son Joseph. He could the thought of his son Joseph being dead, which is not true. When you look at the situation, y'all, your own so-called brothers lie on you, set you up, line you up. They're not gonna make it. And if you think about it, y'all. You got a lot of Northeast YouTubers. Hmm. Man. Mm. Folks, when I tell you the ricochet is this economy is really ricocheting through the Northeast. It is looking bad, man. It's looking bad for people in the Northeast, man. Newbury, I challenge you. You know you can't move to North Carolina. You know because of the what you did was wrong. What you did was wrong, and you have to repent of what you did. You let a stickler in North Carolina ricochet all the way to the DMV. The DMV's doing terrible. Philadelphia's doing terrible. New York is doing terrible. Massachusetts is doing terrible for the most part. Hmm. Mm. Damn. Tell y'all, man, it is real out here, man. So, like I said, moral of the story is I get 2 rats. That's the goal of saving 2 rats to get my behind right back to Florida, so business could be taken care of like it's supposed to be. So to my Floridians, I will be back soon around the corner. Yeah. My goal is to get 2,000 to get out of here. That's the goal. You know what I'm saying? I don't really need too much. I just know that that's the goal. What I make on YouTube probably would be $200, maybe $300, the most, depending on how. Well, this might be today. This week is coming up. It's going the 19th to 21st, 3 weeks. So this week coming up will be the last week of how many views I get, whatever the case may be. So I'm getting closer to 200. So my 1,000 per views is between $2 and $20 for 1,000. Yeah, my thousand because I have a smaller channel. So I say between $2 and $20 per thousand views. Yeah, that's how much I make, y'all. $2 and $20 per thousand views. You know, so the more people watch and engage, it goes up a little bit more. The top is $50. There's people that make $50 per thousand views. And that engagement is super high. So it's engagement, it's views, it's likes, it's comments, it's a mixed multitude. Yeah, so yeah. I know New Breed's watching saying why he blaming me for what's going on in the Northeast. Because you have no clue of because your nationality, you think because you have a small channel that it does. Man, let me tell you something, man. You got people don't realize something, right? It's not about how many subscribers you have. It's what you put out in the universe. When people tell you when anything that happens to you on the internet can affect you business wise, it's stigma. That stuff is real, man. People will not do business with you because they believe the narrative. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you. Mm. Be ready, y'all. Be ready. Because now we're going to talk about why this guy left New York. I see y'all within 3 to 4 minutes. Make sure y'all tune in for this one. Tune in for that live because it's about to get really interesting what this young man had to say on his platform. Oh my goodness. Man, Mayor Adams, Governor, whatever. To the people of New York, the citizens from New York, y'all need to see this video from this young man. We need to get that video out trending because it's about to be really, really serious. I'm about to come back on. I'm going to open up the platform. I want you to come on Forever Studios 676. I want you to come on too. Come on the panel, fellas. Come on the panel. Y'all gonna really have to sit down and talk with me about this. If you're not busy. I'm gonna open up the panel for this one too. It needs to be open. Tomorrow is so-called Labor Day, right? They having a thing right now, right? They're having a thing over there in Eastern Parkway. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. There's no money making. Eastern Parkway is done since 2010, if you ask me. Why they not talking about the Eastern Park Parade? The so-called West Indies. Hmm. Why nobody's talking about the Eastern Parkway like they used to back in the days? There's no money being made. The Northeast is not making money on so-called Labor Day. Did you know back in the days, Labor Day made up for the losses of money spent by taxpayers, that the revenue came back to pay back you guys that make taxes. You know when the Caribbeans come and do the parties, a lot of revenue came to the Northeast so that when tax day comes, You get your taxes. Did you know that Labor Day plays a big part of revenue? Why do you think they call it Labor Day? Did y'all know that? Why do you think they call that pagan holiday Labor Day? Because this is revenue month. Did you know Labor Day represents your labor, what you're supposed to get, and what they're supposed to get? Now, all you hear is nothing, crickets. You don't hear no birds. You don't hear no sparrows. Rollo used to run a business. He knows. When you run a business, you get to know more things than the average person that works for somebody. This is how you get your taxes. This is when tax season really begins. People that run business, this is how they capitalize. This is a day of write-off taxes coming up tomorrow. So while you got your day off and you get paid for your day, when I was running the business, I got incentives. People that are successful look forward to September. Ask anybody. Matter of fact, ask your manager why he's smiling September. Forever Studio. Forever Studio. Think about what I'm telling you. I'm giving you some gems right now. Why do your managers, your upper managers in the hierarchy smile in September? Why the bosses is smiling in September? Why they more friendlier with the workers in September? Tell me if I'm lying, Forever Studio. Give you some more knowledge for you 9-to-5 workers. Tell me if I'm lying. That goes across the board for you 9-to-5 workers. Zach, I'm saying your name too. When you watch this video, come in the comment section. But Rollo don't know what he's talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. See what Forever Studio says? I'm not lying. But you won't know that if you don't run a business. For September to October, the managers is all the big bosses is happy. They giving you, notice you get more on your check. Tell me if I'm lying, Forever Studio. Watch this, y'all. No other YouTuber told you this. You get more money in your check in September, October, Loss. Listen to me, fellas. Go look at your checks in September, October. You're going to see a little bit more money in your pocket than any other month. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. Go look at your checks right now. You make a little bit more in September and October than the other months of the year. Look at your check. It's not always the same. Don't tell me, oh, Rollo, my check is always the same. No, it's not. It's not always the same. Let's say hypothetically, you're making $15 an hour, $1,200 in New York. No, $600 a week. And when you get your check after taxes in New York, you put one dependent yourself, you'll get about $475, $480 on average. Sometimes $440. Well, in September, October, you notice you get $30, $40 more on your check. You work your full 40 hours, but you're getting $30, $40 or more. You know why? Because they pay you an incentive on what they're supposed to be paying you anyway. Because they made their money, so now they want to give you a little bit more money for your appreciation. That's called appreciation money. Even though you're going to have to pay it back on taxes, the point is you're supposed to get $30, $40 or more September, October. So you're wondering why you get less the other months and you get more September, October, because that's where they get their money. Mm-hmm. He says, I know that, and it's more work in September. Yeah, it's more work in September. That's the biggest hiring time. The biggest hiring time is September. The biggest hiring time is in September. Did y'all know that? The companies look for people in September. Not no holidays, not no summertime. Now they're looking for people for more work because they got more money coming in. Law says, what do you think tax is going to be next year? Good question, Loss. If you're in the blue states, you ain't going to see no money next year. If you're in the red states, you're going to see more money next year. No matter who's in office. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen and listen clear. If you're in the blue states, you ain't going to see no taxes next year. If you're in the red states, you're going to see a lot more money next year. If you live in a blue state, you're not seeing no money next year. That's what I was told. And I did my research before I got it confirmed from a known source that's in that bracket. Pay attention to how the money moves, not your emotions. If you're in the blue state, you're not getting no money. If you're in the red state, you're getting money next year. Why do you think the political ramifications? Why do you think that the blue states want Trump, even though they can't stand him? Why do you think the blue states is trying to get Trump? Even Kennedy Jr. in Arizona, which is a blue state. Listen. Arizona is a blue state. What did Kennedy Jr. say? I can't stand Trump, yet we need Trump. They don't have the money. The blue states don't have the money no more. I told y'all this was going to happen. Just because I'm not with these people, but I have the conversations on my live streams to the point they put it out there on the news to let you know. The media that controls everything, even telling you to your face, we don't have the money. A lot of people in the blue states did not look good. People with children did not get that much money from the IRS. If you're in the red state and you're single, you have children, you're going to see more fluctuating money. Why? Because they have put their ties into some other currency I can't get into because it's political YouTube. Just know what I'm saying is that the red states did something the blue states didn't do. And if you want to know about that, become a member. I'll talk about it on membership and Patreon. I'm not talking about it public. That you will have to pay for because I got to keep this channel up, y'all, going for the Lord's sake. Not doing fear. I'm telling you. If you're in the blue states, you ain't seeing no money. I don't care if you get a Social Security check. Don't matter. You ain't seeing nothing next year. Nothing. Forever Studio says I'm in oh no. That's Lost, yeah. Fast Week hiring right now, Forever Studio said. Uh-huh. So they hired this. It's a big hiring spree in September. The problem is you're gonna have to wait a month or two. You're gonna have to wait a month or two before you hire in the blue states. If you're in the red state, you ain't gotta wait too long. Maybe a week. Maybe under 2 weeks you'll be hired. In the red state, in the blue state, you gotta wait a month or two. Who gonna wait a month or two to find some job when you got bills to take care of? And let me say this to y'all. This is what I want you, Forever Studio and Lost, to do. Listen, fellas. Listen, fellas. This is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to go to your manager. Listen, fellas. I'm gonna help you out with something. I want y'all to go to your manager and say, "Hey, look. I know some people that's looking for work. Listen good, fellas. It works. I know some people that's looking for work. If I get this person to come to work for our company and they stay 3 months, give me $5,000 and I'll do it." Be strict. Listen to me, y'all. I told somebody to do it. It happened. I'm not going to tell you something that's going to make you lose your job. Tell your manager, look, I know somebody that may know how to do the work like I do. If this person be committed to the company for 3 months, give me $5,000 and I help you out, you help me out. Talk like a boss to your bosses. Talk like a boss to your bosses. That's what I done. Let me tell you something. Before the bank thing, they didn't pay me on time. I talk like a boss to the boss, even though I ran my own business. I talk like a boss to a boss. Some of you guys, you got to talk like a boss to your boss. If you hear any other content creator come up with that, you got it from here. If you hear that Noxious Knock and Newbury and all these chosen ones talk about that, they got it from here. Them fake chosen ones, they got it from here. And when I want you guys to come in, go in like a boss and talk to your boss. You're not supposed to be, I don't talk to the employer like I'm an employee. I talk like a boss to a boss. And guess what? I did that myself. And I gave that money to the person I helped. Guess what happened? Boom. Help me out with something I need in the future. You got to go in as a boss to talk to your boss. A lot of you, you know why you're not seeing the money you're seeing? Because you're going in as an employee, not an employer. I go in as an employer and over the managers. If you want to have that talk with me behind the scenes, reach out to me on Instagram and I'll give you the real deal Holyfield. Because my business is, as 676, he met me in person. I conduct business very well. 676 saw me go to Pennsylvania as a boss and left as a boss. I don't go in as no regular employee. I don't believe me being a regular. No. I'm a boss. You hear me? Just because I don't look like it, I don't have, oh, well, Rollo, you ain't got no money coming into you. Right. That's true. I ain't got the money I got coming in like I used to. Yeah, I still talk like a boss. I don't talk like a regular employee. I don't. I talk like a boss. And sometimes a boss don't see money all the time. A boss don't see money all the time, yet he knows how to get things done. Hmm. Do you know you people that watch me as bosses? Did you know that? You're a boss by watching me in the channel. By you being a comment section, by you being a mod, you're not a mod. Do you know you're a boss too? You're a boss too. You guys that watch me and support, you're a boss. Because without y'all, I have no channel. Y'all bosses. You bosses for the content creators, for all of us. We go through our stuff at the same time to keep it real. Y'all bosses. If nobody else telling you this, I'm telling you this. Y'all bosses. Oh, no joking. I'm not joking. Y'all bosses for real, for real. Y'all the real bosses for us. We are serving you to provide services for us. That's the truth. And see, some of them let it get it over their head. Like Tren. He don't treat his, community, his fake chosen self, he don't treat them like bosses. He treat them like slaves. I don't treat y'all like slaves. Let me know. Do I treat y'all like slaves? I don't treat y'all like slaves. Y'all are bosses over here. But you got Tren treating his supporters with his fake chosen self as slaves. The same thing with New Breed, looking for slaves. Not supporting the brothers, not knowing how to conduct business right. That's why I was like, when I look at the Bible, it says none poor among you shall live in poverty. That means that we all bosses. Epic. Get your gratitude correct. We are all bosses. In order for a person to be successful, you got to have other bosses that think like you to be successful. You can't be successful on your own. That's not how God intended it to be. So I want y'all to go to your company, boss, Forever Studio. Go in like a boss to your boss. They looking for people. Tell them, hey, I may know somebody. You do me a favor, I do you a favor. They're going to have no choice. If they really need people, even if it's for seasonable, if they need people, go in as a boss, say, hey, look, hey, $5,000, have a sign written by you and the manager. That person does not renew the contract. They get through 3 months, you get your $5,000. Make it happen, fellas. You come back to me within 3 months. If you got somebody that you know that's serious about working where you at, and they get through the 3 months, you got $5,000. You're gonna be like, God darn it, Rollo was right one more again. Well, the Most High is right. You're gonna have these other content creators use what I say. Most of them ain't gonna give me credit. They're gonna act like they came up with it because they got a large platform. Oh well, it pays you're a boss to be a boss. If you start hearing that from certain content creators, you got it from over here. They won't give me a shout out because they think not. They so afraid to give me a shout out. They're so afraid to do it. It's crazy. I am going to go live about it in 5 minutes. So make sure y'all tune in. I'm going to go live within 5 minutes. This phone needs to charge anyway. So if you send something to the Cash App, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? If you send something to the Cash App, I will be back on 5 minutes. If you want to come on the panel, just be on point, no cussing. You know, I had to remove certain things with the other gentleman because my thing became yellow. So what I had to do was I had to redo the thing, abbreviate. So try to keep it professional, y'all. I see y'all in 5 minutes with 267. Lost may come on, whoever may come on and want to talk about this. We're going to talk about the New York thing, but we're also going to talk about money solutions. Y'all have questions for me for money solutions? Come on the panel. I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Peace.